Okay, so we're here at TECHfast today. We're making a video in OBS. We have a blank screen. Right now we only have audio because we're on our tutorial scene, so everything is black and blank. So we're going to come in here and we're going to add a source. We need some sources to actually create this video. So I'm going to start off with, I want us to be able to see my face. So I'm going to create a new video capture device. I would just title it whatever I want. You can keep it the title of the model of webcam you have. I'm going to actually use an existing one since it's already in here. Once you've created something, by the way, it gets saved to a list so you can go and re-access it for a different scene later. But I'm going to click on our integrated webcam and click OK. And now I'm real big in the middle of my workspace called the canvas. Well, I don't like being this big, so I'm going to throw me in the corner. Because really I'm just there to be the real person in the scene. So I can resize, and right now as recording on the video, it's going to be doing this, which is probably going to give somebody a headache here in a minute. Alright, so now we need something other than darkness. Okay, we're not trying to bore the kids, we're not trying to scare the kids. So we need to find an image. Well, when we come here to our plus sign to add something to this scene under sources, we have all these options. Each one of these has its own uniqueness to it, but we're going to keep it real simple. We're going to do an image. I'm going to create a new image. I'm just going to call it test and hit OK. So now I get this window that's asking for, okay, what image do you want to put in here? So I'm going to hit browse. And then I can browse my entire computer if I wanted to. Let me put a picture of me and the kiddos from yesterday. Okay, so here we are. You see little red circles? It might be hard to see in here. Can y'all see that okay with the windows open? As I pull it out, okay, it keeps the resolution. So you're not going to get those like stretched out pictures. Okay, it doesn't allow for that, which is kind of nice and sometimes kind of annoying. So it's something you just have to get used to. But now you notice that I disappeared. You can no longer see me. Well, as you're building your scenes, you can layer all your pieces on top of each other, kind of like a Lego statue. So you got your foundation of all blues. Now I want my reds and I want my yellows to be on top of that. Well, if I click on my camera, the order that you're seeing them down here in sources, so this is on top, this would be on bottom. These two arrows here will rearrange that order. So now I want my face back up, boom. Now it's layered on top. And lots of backlighting. Okay. Now if I wanted to switch it, okay, for whatever reason, you can do that. Like if this is something you just want to pop up for a quick moment and then take away but cover everything, you can do it that way. So now we have our image, now we've got our video. Now we need to be able to show our presentation. There's a couple of ways to do it. I have not had very good practice, or not practice, that's the wrong word for it, very good luck with what's called window capture lately. Window capture would be like, you know, I got a window for Google Chrome, I got a window for this, and a window for that. And it's supposed to capture each one of those. Because I don't usually typically do it this way with window captures, I think there's a detail that I'm missing. That's causing me to, let's see. Yeah, so there's a detail in here that I'm missing when it comes to how to actually get it. So here's my OBS window. All right, let's actually drop this, and let's see if we can find this presentation. Okay, and we're going to actually turn the music off for a second. Bring back our OBS. So if you make a mistake too, or if you choose the wrong options to make something, so like this window capture is of OBS. Well, I don't want OBS because they don't need to see that. You're going to right click and come to properties. And properties will allow you to change many of the different options for that particular source. So window titles must match. Okay, that's not working. Let's try this one. Okay, we're not getting very much, very many different options there. So, okay, with that being done, okay, the window capture is probably not going to be your easiest bet. What I prefer to do And I'm just hitting delete to delete these things. Let's bring back our image again. Browse for it. Go click on it. Bring it in. Hit OK. Resize it to the way we want. There we go. I do what's called a display capture. So if you come into here, window capture is the last one. Display capture is really, really nice. What I have found with display capture, it really works well when you have two different displays. So like right now we're connected to a projector, we're connected to the computer. I can turn that into technically a second monitor with the extended display. Well, I usually find that that works very well when you're making your videos if you at least have two. So we're going to go ahead and use this existing. And you notice when I click on properties, I try to choose my display. There's only one option because I've only got one monitor set up. But if I come down here and we change some things, we make two monitors, one from the projector and one from the computer itself. Okay, by doing extended. Okay, so OBS is right here. And you see now that my display capture is showing the other what's right here. And I can now resize it, drag it, move it however I want. So now if I want to come over here and with my mouse click on our presentation that we did this morning. Let me fix this. There we go. Nope, that's not it. Sorry, you guys. There we are. And I hit present. Now this whole window right here is my presentation. If you use big fonts, great. If not, make it a little bit bigger. And those are your three basic simple pieces that you'll need for most of your videos. You'll need some kind of image or background if you want your video capture, and then your screen capture. I'm going to do some more work with the window capture and try to figure out what goes on there. Why are we not being able to pull out that one single Chrome window? It might be because Chrome and OBS don't talk together very well. Could be that maybe they just like Explorer better. Maybe it's only for certain programs. But since at home I actually have 4 monitors on my computer at home, I just do display captures. When I'm at school, I use my projector as a second monitor for the presentation like we did here. So monitor 1 is my presentation. Monitor 2, which you guys are now seeing on the projector, is where I actually run the program. But yeah, that's pretty much the most basic of all the settings that we have provided here. Any questions so far, or anything that's just crazy? Second display. Let's go ahead and let's show you how that works. Yeah. So I went to the control panel. Actually, we'll make it so you guys can see it. Sorry, working on it like this way, flipped, so that you guys can see the program and not this. It takes some getting used to. So I made a shortcut on my desktop to go to display. But all you have to do is go to control panel, go to your display settings, and adjust resolution. You can also, if you have Windows 10, go down to the Cortana, type in display, or even just the word resolution, and it'll be fine. So this multiple displays, you can choose to duplicate, meaning that they would both show the same thing. Extend means this is one screen, that's a second but they're attached. And then you can just do only show on this computer or only show on the projector. So a couple of different options there. And I chose the extend.
So the shortcut, like control and is it F8?
Yeah, FN, the function button in F8 usually is that one. I always do it through display because then I can start messing with, oh, the screen up there looks like garbage. So I can actually go already be here and adjust the resolution. And again, that's just preference. But yes, that's the fastest way to do it right there. Mm-hmm.
That's what was confusing because you didn't do that.
Yeah, sorry. Okay. Let's see if there's... Oops, wrong thing. So if I'm here in OBS, and let's say you're at home, you're making a video, and you've got something happens, and you've got to get off camera, but you're not wanting to stop the video. One of the beauties of this is, do you see the little eyeballs here? Did we already cover that? Okay. So I talked about it at brunch with some people. But the integrated webcam, which is my video capture right here, hit this little eyeball, I'm gone. It's not broadcasting through my scene. But as soon as I'm ready to come back onto the screen, boom, right there. So if you're making a video, it's like 10 o'clock at night, it's been a stressful week, and you're just like, man, I really need a drink of this beverage. Drink, put it down, turn it back on. I mean, there's a lot of that kind of customizability of if you need sound to be off, but you still don't want to stop the recording, we just hit on. Now we're back to full volume and you're able to hear everything. So the last few seconds we've been talking with the mute button on, no one can hear anything. Desktop audio is very similar as well. I'm going to try that and see what happens. But we're going to turn our music back on because it too can be muted. Except for, I think I already exited all the way out. Let's see. Nope. Sure did. Hit play. Let's see what we get. All right, so we're getting music, but do you see how it's not picking it up? All right, this is where you can run into some headaches, is making sure that it is trying to record the right thing. Because every time you plug something into a computer, it's got a certain channel or pathway to get to that, whether it be your mouse, speaker, projector, whatever. So when you go into your settings, like sound, we have all these different things. So if I click default, 9 times out of 10 that's going to work. And if we look here, now it's working. Because if you can hear it on here, this is what already been set as your computer's default way to send out this sound. But sometimes if you get like headphones and speakers and you figure out how to get them both to work at the same time, the OBS, you got to tell it which one to listen to. Okay? But let's say we got this music going and the music's too loud for my video. It's louder than I am. Well, I move this slider. Now my music is in comparison here, volume-wise, and I'm up here in this yellow to red range, which is kind of what you want for your microphone, is at least to be hitting in this yellow range. This will take some testing, but as we're recording, you just hit start record, talk for like 5 seconds, hit stop record, go to where your videos save typically, and see what it sounds like, and then make your adjustments. So a few seconds is all it takes to make that happen.
Are they saved within OBS or do you save them somewhere else?
Great question, and that's actually what's going to be my next thing that I realize I need to show you guys. So we're going to go ahead and stop this video because I don't think settings are going to come up while you're recording. So we're going to go ahead and